The trial of Chad Daybell, the man accused of killing his wife Lori's 2 children and his first wife Tammy, will start in less than 24 hours. Now, following what you need to know ahead of tomorrow's high-profile murder trial is ABC4's Jonathan May, and he joins us live in studio with the full story. Jonathan?
Courtney, Chad Daybell will face the jury at a courthouse in Boise, Idaho. The trial is expected to last 8 to 10 weeks, and Daybell could face the death penalty if found guilty. Now, since this is a complex case we've been covering for multiple years now, here's a recap of what happened for those new to the story. Chad and Tammy Daybell were married in Manti, Utah in 1990. In 2015, they moved with their 5 children to Salem, Idaho, just outside Rexburg. 4 years later, Tammy died inside her home on October 19, 2019. Chad called 911 and said Tammy died in her sleep. Chad then married Lori Vallow on November 5th, weeks later in Hawaii. It's believed the two met in the fall of 2018 at a religious conference. One reporter who's been covering the story since it broke told me things became weird the Friday before Christmas back in 2019.
We got a news release from the police department saying that there were 2 missing kids, and it was a kind of an unusual news release. And then as we got digging, nobody knew who these kids were, which was another weird thing. It's like normally when, a kid disappears, people know them, they go to school with them.
Rexburg police say the disappearance was possibly linked to the suspicious death of Tammy and stated that Chad and Lori were persons of interest.
People started to put together that Chad Daybell's wife had recently died, and now he had a new wife, and her husband had been killed in Arizona, and her brother had recently died. It was a bunch of weird things happening.
On January 26, 2020, Ian confronted Chad and Lori in Hawaii. He asked where their children were and what happened to them. They refused to answer. Months later, on June 9th, 2020, police found the remains of Lori's children, JJ and Tylee, on Chad's property. On July 31st last year, a judge ordered Lori to serve 3 life sentences without parole. Tammy Daybell's aunt said this after.
Obviously loved JJ and Tylee too, and we were pretty confident that they would get a fixed life sentence for her. But the fact that the judge saw that fitting for Tammy just is the icing on the cake.
Here's what both Lori Vallow Daybell and the judge had to say in court.
One of the times that Tylee came to me as a spirit after she died, she commanded me, and she said to me, "Stop worrying, Mom. We are fine."
I don't believe that any God in any religion would want to have this happen, what happened here. And your crimes are heinous and egregious, and that alone can constitute a major aggravating factor that requires me to impose a serious length of incarceration.
Chad Daybell will now face the jury at a courthouse in Boise, Idaho. He's charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and insurance fraud.
Yeah, I think people are just ready to have it done. They're ready for justice to finally happen. Of course, we had that with Lori Vallow's case. Now it's Chad Daybell's case.
Now stick with ABC4 News for continuing coverage of Daybell's trial, because we are sending a team to Boise, Idaho tomorrow, so we'll keep you updated both on air and online at abc4.com. Live in studio, Jonathan May, ABC4 News.